Let's talk about breaking records in your business so you can have life-changing income. I've been in the network marketing profession now for 15 years, full-time in network marketing since 2008. And these days, my wife and I do a lot of generic training. We put out a lot of content, put out a lot of videos. We help network marketers, online entrepreneurs, build their business leveraging the internet. Tip number one, set goals with your team. Don't talk about your goals. Don't project your goals necessarily on your team. Set a team goal. If your team does 100,000 in volume, you should recognize your team for hitting that goal. Don't act as if you did it all by yourself, because in network marketing, you don't do it all by yourself, right? You leverage your time through the time and efforts of other people. So set goals with your team. Identify their goals, and then, maybe even stretch them a little bit. But like, oh, you want to do 25,000 this month in volume? Why don't we go for 50, right? Like stretch them a little bit, set a goal. Number two, help your team win, support your team, work with your team. You got to be like the mother and the father, right? You got to be the mother, you got to be nurturing, caring. You have to help and support them, but also be the father. And sometimes you got to be, a little bit hardcore. But the point is, encourage your team, give them some guidance, really call them out on the carpet if they're not doing the work they know they need to do. Number three, you got to lead by example, right? You can't tell your team to go out and get customers if you're not out there getting customers. You can't tell your team to do live videos if you're not doing live videos. You can't tell your team to recruit and lead by example and do the personal development and all the stuff that we talk about, we teach and preach, if you're not willing to do it. Four, relentless work ethic. You have to have a relentless work ethic. I just outwork my competition. I do. I know I talk to more people. I know the people on my team have never had an upline as good as me. I know that. I am so confident that they've never had an upline this good. Can you say that about your business right now? Can you say that you're a super supportive upline? Now you might say, John, but I'm part-time, man. I got a job. And look, I get it, but in your part-time effort, are you supporting the team? Now I want to be clear, you're not a babysitter. When people say, I don't like network marketing, I don't like being a babysitter. Look, dude, I don't babysit either. I'm not micromanaging. I'm not babysitting. There's a fine line between encouraging and supporting and leading and being that leader. There's a fine line in that and babysitting and begging and micromanaging. Do you understand? Another thing is you got to divorce the result and marry the process. Focus more on the work and just going through the numbers, and don't get so hung up on the results you're getting. Sometimes people will say, well, I talked to 5 people and none of them signed up. I'm like, dude, you talked to 5 people. And here's the thing, even if they haven't joined yet, even if they haven't bought your product yet, it doesn't mean they're never going to. Understand that it's timing. Timing is critical. Some people you might invite out to a meeting today or add them into a group today or share your video with them or your product with them today, and they don't join for 5 years. Some of them will join 5 minutes later. You got to be patient. You want to be persistent, but simultaneously you want to be patient. Number 6, hit your A-list. You want to know what motivates me to hit my A-list? I'm afraid someone else is going to hit my A players up. They're going to get hit up by somebody else before I get to them. You justify why you're not hitting your best people up. You justify it. And the truth is, some of those people would totally join a network marketing business. They just haven't been approached yet. They have not been approached by you or anyone in your company yet. But wouldn't that suck if someone else got to your person because you prejudged that new person didn't? Number 7, you need a system. You can't create a lot of growth and significance if it's all about you and you being involved in the meetings and you being involved in the phone calls and you having to be involved in every conversation and motivating everybody and micromanaging everybody and supporting the whole team. You can't grow if it's all about you and your support and your involvement. You got to get yourself out of the way. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money, meaning you need some type of video training, Facebook communities, group chats. You need to get people plugged into the battery charger where it's not just them relying on you. There's a whole community of people that can support each other. Number 8, you need duplication. If you want to have a record month, oh my gosh, you got to have duplication. Now people will say, well, none of my people want to get to work. My people aren't doing anything. Find new people. Stop blaming the people that are on your team right now. Go get some new people. And here's what I'll tell you. When you go out and build a business with or without your current team, without your current people, those people, some of them will step up because they see that you're stepping up. They see that you're moving forward with or without them. Like, I'm always there to help people. I reach out to people. I reach out and say, hey, how's it going? How can I help you? Who can I talk to? But if they don't introduce me to people, if they're not putting me in chats, they're not talking to people, what can I do? I can't make them freaking work. They got to want it. They got to want it. And until you find people that want it, it is going to be hard to duplicate. 9, of really identifying what motivates and inspires your organization. And I think gifts, gift cards, promotions, maybe a special personalized like team call or something. Like, there's different things that you can do to really get some of these people on your team right now to step it up a notch. Get them to start doing the work that they should do anyway. You dangle that little carrot. You run a little incentive. And number 10, have fun. If you ain't having fun, you're doing it wrong. See, people don't get involved in network marketing to make money. You think that's what it is, but that's not what it is. It's because they see the opportunity to create freedom. But if they don't think you're having fun, if they see you doing a billion meetings, if they see that you're never home with your family, you're never vacationing, you're never having any fun, that's not appealing. People don't want to leave their job to go do some boring business where they're always on the road and they're always in other people's living rooms. I'm sorry, but they don't want that. All right. If you want to start having record months, you need to enjoy what you're doing.